Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Jessica, the minister at Kitsap Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Welcome to our online service in Zoom webinar. I invite you all to follow along in the order of service. I'll put that link in the chat. If you are phoning in today, welcome. We have a Zoom coffee hour after the service, and the number to call in is the same number that you used to access this webinar, but the meeting ID is 438-451-134, and the password is MUSIC. That's capital MUSIC, and I'll put that in the chat as well. And we would like to start today by acknowledging that the land on which we all live is the Aboriginal territory of the Suquamish, the Sklallam, and the Skokomish people. They have lived in harmony with the lands and waterways along Washington's Central Salish Sea for thousands of years. These tribes still live here and protect the land and waters of their ancestors for future generations, as promised by the Point Elliott Treaty of 1855. Now please join me in our call to worship, which is A Million Dreams from the musical The Greatest Showman, performed by Brian Kenny and Elena Hemingway.
but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we designed. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I've compiled, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Welcome to Kitsap Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Whoever you are and wherever you have come from, or whatever your comfort with modern technology, for this hour, we here are one gathered congregation and all are welcome. My name is Catherine Woods, and I serve on the Worship Committee as well as the Media and Communications Committee. Our worship leader this morning is our own minister, Reverend Jessica Starrocker. I'd like to welcome any visitors. Please feel free to introduce yourself in our chat section. We welcome more interaction with all during our after-service coffee hour. The link to the Zoom coffee hour is in the chat box. Please note, you will also need the password music to get into the coffee hour. The announcements are on our webpage at kuuf.org or in our weekly email newsletter, The Candle. And now you're invited to light a personal chalice or candle in your home as we read these chalice lighting words by Dan Schatz. Spirit, hear our voices. We join with one another in the music of life. Its movements wash over us, sometimes melancholy, sometimes hopeful, sometimes defiant. It holds as we mourn. It lifts us as we celebrate. It reminds us who we are and who we aspire to be. Spirit, hear our voices from so many rooms gathered in one congregation. Give us vision, give us one another, open our hearts to your melody. Please join in singing our opening hymn. The words will appear on your screen. Please join me in the spoken affirmation. The words will appear on your screen. We gather as a caring community seeking life's deeper meanings. We value diversity and affirm the worth of all living things. We strive to speak truth in love, to act for justice, to grow in spirit, and to care for the earth. We celebrate with open hearts and minds the creative power that sustains and transforms us. And now it is time for our morning offering. To make an online contribution, please click on the PayPal link in the chat box. You may email admin@kuuf.org to let us know if your donation is for the KUUF General Fund, the Minister's Discretionary Fund to help our members in need, or our monthly charitable giving recipient, which is Kitsap Immigrant Assistance Center this month. You may also send a check to the church's P.O. Box address listed on your screen. If this is your first time with KUUF, there is no need to contribute. You are our guest. Let there be an offering to strengthen and sustain our community, which is sacred to so many of us.
Well, now I would like to invite the children who are watching, the young and the young at heart, to sit maybe a little bit closer to the screen. So every week we sing This Little Light of Mine together. And this week I want to teach you how to sing this song, not just with your voices, but with your bodies as well. And I have my helpers here. I don't know if my third helper can fit on the screen, but so I wanted to show you how to sing this song with your body as well. So before I start to play, we're going to go through the hand gestures. And the first is this little light of mine, like this. Then I'm gonna, with your hands up, let it shine. So this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. The second verse, everywhere I go, you put your hand out like this. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Sorry, Leanne. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. And then the third one we're gonna do today is even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Think you got it? Okay. I'll start to play then. This little light of mine, there we go. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That's good. William, we need to see you. Maybe you can get closer in. Next one is everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You might need more room than we've got for this song. Okay, this one is even when I'm afraid. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Even when I'm afraid, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Okay, go back to the first one. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Next time we'll get some more room. I hope you guys had more room at home than we had. Okay, so now is the time for our joys and sorrows. Though we are physically distanced from one another, our hearts and our spirits remain connected. When shared together, our joys are amplified and our sorrows lessened. And I want to start with acknowledging that on the front page of the New York Times this morning, there are 1,000 names listed, 1% of the 100,000 lives that were lost this year in the United States to the coronavirus. And so I just wanted to take a moment to honor those people and their families. And I would like to offer another prayer today as well in honor of Memorial Day on Monday For those who have served and for those who continue to serve at home and abroad, for peace and in war, we offer our thanks to you. And now if you have a joy or a sorrow to share, I invite you to put that in the chat this morning, and I will read them aloud. Amelia has a sorrow that I hurt my toe and there's a chunk missing from it. Oh, Amelia, no. I'm so sorry that you have a chunk missing from your toe. I hope you feel better soon. And it's Bonner's birthday. Happy birthday, Bonner. Can we sing happy birthday?
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bonner. Happy birthday to you. We hope you have a great day today, Bonner. Oh, Joy, that on Friday, Morgan turns 5 years old. Oh my goodness.
Oh
it's
gosh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Morgan. Happy birthday to you.
Okay. Happy birthday to both of you, Bonner and Morgan. Bunny has a joy. I planted my first vegetable and fruit container garden. Excited to see it grow. Mac and Lisa expressed concern for Margaret Wilder's daughter, Rachel Billings. We share in that concern with you. Melinda, celebrating the completion of my residential principal certification. Congratulations, that's amazing. Kathy, joy, I got to do a little retail therapy at Lucky Star. I'm so glad you got to do that. Maya, joy that I talk to my Nana every night before bed. Paul has a joy we got to see and play at the beach with our grandchildren yesterday. How wonderful. Well, thank you everyone for sharing. Lisa shared a little bit more about Margaret Wilder's daughter. She had a fire near her apartment yesterday. But Bonner was able to look in. Thank you, Bonner. So thank you everyone for sharing. May you who shared this morning feel the love of this community surrounding you and holding you close. And for all those whose joy or sorrow is too tender to share, our hearts are with you. May the spirit of life and love bring peace to us all. Amen, and blessed be.
Okay, do you want to introduce it?
Yes.
Go
I'll
ahead.
be playing the Crystal Spring, which is a traditional English folk tune on the B-flat bass clarinet. This instrument is a Selmer made in Paris, France.
Now I would like to share a poem by James Weldon Johnson. He also wrote our opening hymn this morning, Now Let Us Sing. This poem is titled The Gift to Sing. Sometimes the mist overhangs my path and blackening clouds about me cling. But oh, I have a magic way to turn the gloom to cheerful day. I softly sing. And if the way grows darker still, shadowed by sorrow's somber wing, with glad defiance in my throat, I pierce the darkness with a note and sing and sing. I brood not over the broken past, nor dread whatever time may bring. No nights are dark, no days are long, while in my heart there swells a song, and I can sing.
My name is Henry. I'm going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Well, I have loved music since I was a child. When I was very young, I couldn't understand why life wasn't like a musical. Why couldn't we live in a world where everyone broke into song all of a sudden, anytime their hearts were overflowing and needed expression? And instead of looking at you funny or telling you to please be quiet, everyone around you would join in and sing along. I wonder if this isn't why I have always loved church. It was the closest thing I had to a real life musical. As a child, I would sit there at Mass minding my business while some grown-up or other droned on. And then suddenly the energy would shift, the pews would creak, and the people would start to clear their throats. And I knew finally we were getting to the good part. We were going to sing. You can imagine how much I love a good music Sunday. And I know so many of you share this feeling with me. For these past 2 months, as we have worshiped together in this new way, more than anything, it is the music that has carried us through. the music that has uplifted us each Sunday and renewed our spirits for the week ahead. It has reminded us who we are and what we believe in, and each time called us back to ourselves. Last Sunday, we heard Brian play our sanctuary piano for the first time in weeks, and it brought tears to my eyes. The sound of it is so familiar and precious. And the music connects us. As we play from our homes with only our family members to accompany us, some of the music for this service comes from members who are miles away, folks who'd like to be here and can't. And some folks singing today have moved away just recently and were able to record their voice and sing along and continue to be a part of this community, no matter how far away they go. The music connects us. As we lift our instruments and play together, we lift our voices and sing together. Because when we sing, we breathe together. And when we breathe together, our hearts become synchronized. They begin to beat in rhythm with one another. Our hearts beat as one. No matter where we are in the world, watching this, we can listen to this music and sing along and be brought into this shared rhythm, into this one heartbeat. Music connects us. And like a musical that is happening in each one of our homes, all of a sudden we break into song, our hearts overflowing and in need of expression. May all of our homes be alive with the sound of music today. May our hearts feel that connection as they beat in rhythm with all of the hearts of this community. And may this carry us through another week. And as we are about to hear, it's not what keeps our souls apart, but what connects and dreams us. The vast potential of the heart, spaces in between us.
If I could give one gift to you, as solid as the morning dew, a window pane the light shines through, the spaces in between us, a gift for you my heart would bring, the sweeter release of everything.
I invite you now to set an intention and choose your word for the week ahead. You can choose one word or 2 words or even 3 words. And if you feel called to, put them in the chat. I will read them aloud. I know that William has a word for the week.
My word for the week is hope.
Hope. That's a good one. Thank you. Kathy has overflowing with joy. Sing out loud from Ruth. Lighten up. Motivation. Maya says, live. Live life as a song. Peace. Connection and surrender. My intended is honor. Dance. That's a good one. Strength, promise, joy. Keep trying. Reaching our families. Life and love. Adapt to change. Morgan says brave. Thank you, Morgan. Together. Oh, Arles loved seeing all the beautiful faces. Creativity. Keep on keeping on. Resilience. Well, thank you everyone for sharing your intentions. Perseverance from Bonner. Thank you. So we have 2 more songs in our service today before we get to the postlude, and I hope you will sing along with both of them.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Though life often buffets, though trials should come, let this blessed assurance control. While I have considered my challenging state, the universe does still bless my soul. My life, oh the bliss of this glorious thought, my life not in part but in whole, shared in community, alone nevermore. Lift my voice, oh my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. For me, let it peace be at peace, hence to live, when troubles around me shall roll. No pain shall be mine, for in death as in life, I will whisper sweet peace to my soul. But oh, 'tis for life's living we wait. To live, not the grave, is our goal. O song of the ancients, O voice of us all, blessed hope, blessed rest of my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. And peace come the day when serenity shall hold, the clouds be rolled back as a scroll. Creation shall resound, and then peace shall descend. Even so, it is well with my soul. 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 It is well with my soul.
Well, thank you everyone for being here today. Please join us after this for coffee hour. The link and the password will appear on your screen, and I'll put it in the chat as well. If you're calling on the phone, the number to call is the same number that you use to access this webinar, but the meeting ID is 438-451-134, and the password is MUSIC, M-U-S-I-C with capital M. So now let us extinguish our chalices. Mine was already pre-extinguished. Though we extinguish the flame of the chalice, as flame is to spirit, so spirit is to breath, and breath to song. May we tend this flame in our hearts until we meet again. And now please join me in singing our closing hymn, When the Spirit Says Do.
Spirit says do.